I know it's kind of tradition that we start every ride with a dedication, and I know there's a lot of people here and we've all got our own reasons for being here, so I thought it would be nice if we did a general dedication because we all have somebody that's been affected.
Okay, well, I dedicate this to my wife Marilyn, who's the strongest warrior in the world.
I ought to take this to a good buddy I met 5 years ago on a ranch outside of Innisfil, and he passed away last December 22nd, and I didn't find out till March, so this ride goes to him.
It's for Ams.
Dedicate this to Al Willems. Al, you're 43, 3 kids under the age of 10. I'm riding for you, buddy.
I dedicate this to my good friend Sean Morgan.
I dedicate this ride to Thomas Wood, who is fighting right now.
I'm going to dedicate this ride to all those who are under the age of 35 and battling cancer.
I'm going to dedicate this ride to my 2 warriors from 2007 and 2008 who are no longer with us.
I'm dedicating this ride to my buddy Tom Crockett, who is fighting a disease right now.
I'm dedicating this ride to my friend Gerald, who was diagnosed in February, just at the age of 40, and also for my warrior Nicola from the 2012 ride, who is still with us and fighting strong and doing great. Love you both.
To my mom who passed away last year, and to Greg McBroom, who's one of our own who couldn't make it with us, but it's for you.
I dedicate this ride to all the cancer survivors in our group with us today.
To a good friend of mine who was just been diagnosed.
Dedicate this to my friend Jody, who was diagnosed with breast cancer 5 weeks ago and is going in for surgery on September 20th for a double mastectomy.
Dedicated to Leslie's dad, who we lost last year in April.
I dedicate this ride to Jenny. Jenny's beat breast cancer twice, but recently she was told it's terminal, and I'm fighting for her.
To all the friends and family who have lost and who are fighting right now.
I'm also going to dedicate the ride today to our friend Greg McBroom, who unfortunately can't be with us, but he will join us tomorrow.
I dedicate this ride to Jim, who was my warrior last year.
I dedicate this ride to my friend and colleague Carmen Hartford, whose cancer just returned last Thursday. I'm going to dedicate this ride to everybody that we've all lost. Sorry, and everybody that we know who's still fighting, and for all of us who may end up fighting in the future.
September 7th, 2016. Summer is on the wane. Winter is on the way. But there is still one epic adventure for these cyclists. For 11 years it's been like this. A crisp morning, anticipation, and preparation, leading to the departure of the Cancervive ride. This year marks the return for many of the 21 riders who will be making this journey through southern Alberta, along with a number of new riders, not sure what to expect.
I'm riding a mountain bike. Why a mountain bike? It's what I got right now. I'm more of a mountain biker anyways, more of a trail rider, but this really, I'm very passionate about this, so I'm going to stick it.
Any concerns?
No, not at all. I feel very confident. I'll get through it. I'm not too worried.
We're leaving once again from Wellspring, Calgary, a place where programs and resources help people living with cancer and their families pick up the pieces after a cancer diagnosis. This organization was launched and has been sustained thanks to the significant support and involvement of Cancervive. The route takes 21 riders over 600 kilometers through one of Canada's most iconic areas, southern Alberta, with its verdant ranchland, bald prairies, big winds, and even bigger skies. Today we will travel just under 100 kilometers to High River. In Alberta, you can get any type of weather in the late summer. The sun, gentle wind, and warmth is welcomed.
All good. Beautiful day. Perfect day.
So is this your first ride?
This is my first Cancervive ride, yes.
And tell me, what do you think so far?
Look at the weather. It's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better than this so far.
Awesome, as always there, Donnie. Fabulous day to be riding a bike.
Go get him.
Happy trails to you. Yeah. It's all for a good cause. You're quick.
Behind the main group, new rider Jesse is falling behind. He's learning a mountain bike is probably not the best choice for these rides, but there's help down the road.
So tell me, when I saw you earlier, you were on a mountain bike, now you're on a road bike. What happened?
I just took right off.
How'd you get the road bike though?
Cam gave it to me. He was nice enough to give me the bike, and he switched out my water holder, and it helped quite a bit. I'm very, very thankful for that.
And that's the way it works on these Cancervive rides. From Cam, our mechanic, to our food volunteers, our drivers, direction givers, and the cyclists themselves. We're all here to help one another to make the day a little less difficult for everyone. Today is relatively easy for the riders. 95 kilometers, a smattering of rain in the afternoon, but gentle winds and sun most of the day. There's a finish line in High River, with a promise of cold beer at the hotel.
Day one over. Tell me about the ride.
It was really good. It's beautiful. Best part of the world.
Whoa!
And we have that.
Here's the medic though.
Right in front of the ambulance.
What happened there?
Didn't click out.
You like that?
Right, Gary.
It helps when there's a tailwind. Beautiful.
Yeah, let's keep that up the rest of the weekend.
Yes, that's right.
I am, exactly. Yeah, cheers.
As has become the tradition on these rides, the early finishers are here to welcome the new arrivals.
Stop and socialize. Is that why you were behind?
It's one of many traditions. Day 2 of Cancervive 2016. Today, we're biking 140 kilometers from High River to the village of Lundbreck. As anyone who has been in the south knows, the wind will be a factor.
Socks. I'm wearing socks.
Oh, it's fantastic. Let's see, we had headwinds for the first 45K, then we had side winds for the next 30K. So it's pretty good, but no rain, which is the main thing. Beautiful sunshine, great stops, so it's been pretty good.
Chow time! We have porta potty!
That's a tough one. Very windy. The wind is your friend. Gives you wings to fly.
How are you doing?
I'm spent. How was a run?
These rest stops give the riders a chance to replenish their food and rehydrate. We usually look for a quiet turnout where we can squeeze everybody in. And every year, we have new stories to tell.
And the lovely owner of this farm behind us stopped in. He was coming home, and he stopped to ask us what we were all about. And we explained to him about Cancervive and the Wellness Center. And guess what? He was just coming home from his cancer checkup and reported all was well. He said we could stay here as long as we wanted. Isn't that awesome?
The road after lunch to Lundbreck is a mix of challenging hills and crosswinds. And once again, the unpredictable Alberta weather brings us another surprise.
So this is the west. This is what it looks like here. This is what it looks like here. Just waiting for the riders to come in.
Sunny day. Yeah, it was kind of an up and down day. It was lots of fun, but I had to get off the bike.
Good job, buddy. Here I am.
How did you get roped into this ride? Tell me that story.
A friend of mine, her mom got diagnosed with cancer, so I pretty much typed into Google cancer bike tour, and then Cancervive pulled up, and then I've been in touch with Peggy for the last 2 or 3 years now. But this is the first time I've actually taken part in fundraising and doing the ride, so it feels really good. It's very rewarding. I'll come back next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A picture-perfect morning as we start our Day 3 ride from Pincher Creek. It's a long day. We'll be in the saddle riding 163 kilometers to Lethbridge. In the cycling world, it's called a century or 100-mile ride. Many have never ridden this far, but fair skies and favorable winds will be in our favor. Our newest road cyclist, Jesse, got an unexpected present today.
I gave him a pair of my shoes, and Big Steve gave him some Look pedals, so add that to the bike that Cam gave him to ride, so he's gone totally off the mountain bike. He's a total roadie today.
45 to go!
For newer riders, the prospect of 100 miles is daunting. But for training, the secret is time in the saddle. Start modestly, maybe 40 kilometers for your first ride, then gradually ramp it up. Time in the saddle contributes to the endurance needed to push through. Working with other cyclists in a group called a peloton can also decrease your effort by up to 30%. It's difficult, but not impossible, to ride your first century.
Katie, this weakness leaving the body. I got a lot of that going on.
And by late afternoon, this one is over. 100 miles, 79,100 turns of the tire, 5,000 calories burned, 63,000 beats of the heart, and an overall feeling of contentment. That while you have achieved this milestone, you've also helped all those who benefit from Cancervive and Wellspring. I'd call that a win-win.
I'm Ian Lochran, and I'm 10 years cancer-free. I'm stage 4 lymphoma, and here to ride with Cancervive. And I think we're doing 160-something kilometers today, so, and I'm just hoping it doesn't rain.
It's Day 4, Cancervive 2016.
Fun, eh?
While Ian gets ready, downstairs volunteers are meeting to make sure the riders will be safe and stay on the route.
You know, without volunteers, I think a lot of the riders would have gotten lost yesterday. If they have a tailwind, they get their head stuck into the down and they just go. And so it's really important that if you're on a corner to just, you know, make sure that you're visible and that you're on that corner. So you guys are all doing a great job.
It's another epic day.
It is going to be another 100-miler today.
The second century ride in as many days will take us predominantly north, from Lethbridge to Brooks. But unlike yesterday, strong headwinds and crosswinds will punish the group. The stronger riders stay back today to provide shelter to the others. Those on the outside take the brunt of the wind, meaning a little less effort for the ones on the right.
It's a direct west wind and we're going directly north, so you can't get any help really unless you're on the inside. Well, there's lots of time to think, right, when you're on a bike. So I think it's really you ask yourself why you're doing it when you're on your bike. But you're doing it so you can raise money, you know, for Wellspring and Cancervive for 2 Wellsprings, so lots of people can access their services. And you think to yourself, well, do I have to do that on a bike or can I just give them money? But you know what? You do it on a bike because it keeps you fit, right? And I think for me, the cycling has been a key component in my longevity. Woo! Last hill.
Oh my God, there's my bacon. And then some. Oh, I couldn't
That was hard work, Donnie.
I couldn't have done it without you. No way.
60, 80 Ks I've done in a while, believe it or not. You're just getting buffeted by the wind the whole time. But yeah, better than a day of chemo. It's all good.
The lunch stop is even more important on a day like today.
Oh my God.
Guess that, man.
Smidge of pigeon, rigor mortis, tortoise, smear of deer, bag and gag.
And today's special.
We have a special lady who's celebrating a special day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sylvie. Happy birthday to you.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and was highly recommended Wellspring by a good friend of mine, John Bogman, who was on the board. And I just found it such a warm and welcoming place that is unlike anything else we have in our support system.
Think this is going to be a life changer for you on any level?
I think so. Yeah, new friendships and new ways of looking at life. Just a great trip.
Finally, after a turn to the east, a healthy tailwind for the next 50 kilometers. Lots of relief.
It was a good birthday today. Awesome. Thank you.
Finally over.
Amazing.
The second century ride in as many days. This means there is nothing left for today, except for one thing.
Billy and I are having an anniversary today.
This guy, the one with the good hair, sacrificed his locks at last year's ride, raising over $5,000 for Cancervive.
Johnny, how many times are we going to do this?
And for Bill Darling this year, well, you can see how this night turned out. Thanks, Bill. Day 5, our final day, and everything is different. For one thing, where did all these riders come from?
Nice to meet you. Good to meet you.
And what happened to those sunny days?
Got enough layers on.
See? Trust your mama. She knows what she's doing.
First of all, these are family, friends, and others who are taking part in the Petite Tour de Cancervive, joining us for the 43-kilometer ride from Chestermere to the finish at Wellspring, Calgary.
I am here because I'm part of One Aim, and a couple members of our team, Wellspring, has made a huge difference in their lives, so we're here to support them in their ride.
I'm here because everyone's affected by cancer, and I think this is a great charity.
You know, excellent work they do, and we're happy to be supporters of it.
I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer in 2014 when I was 35, and I heard about Wellspring through the my nurse navigator, and I actually went to Wellspring through my whole chemo treatment. I had to do 8 rounds, so it was about 6 months, and I met some amazing people there and had the best support. And now it's the first thing I tell any new people that have come after me that they need to do. I always tell them, if there's one thing that one piece of advice you're going to follow, go to Wellspring.
There's everyone from, you know, diehard cyclists to tandem bikes to mountain bikes to cruiser bikes. It's great.
We have a bit of a bigger group this year. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Peggy. I know we have quite a few warriors with us today, cancer warriors, so this ride is for all of you that are here, and for all of you that are supporting a cancer warrior, and for all those ones that we have lost over the years too. So this is basically for everyone in the entire group, so thank you.
So on this blustery Alberta morning, a show of support for cancer survivorship in Alberta. With hot drinks at the halfway point.
You got a hot drink here?
Perfect.
Waiting at Wellspring for the group to arrive, more family, more friends. Rider and cancer warrior Greg McBroom was supposed to be on the journey again this year. He did the full ride last year, but is fighting a recurrence.
I was supposed to be on the ride, but I couldn't, it just didn't work out. Yeah, the treatments I'm on just knocked me flat.
Family and friends have made sure he's well supported today.
Well, I'm here to support Greg.
Support Greg, the best brother-in-law you could ever have.
I'm cycling for Greg McBroom.
Excuse me, I'm trying to catch up with everybody here. Can I get your name, please?
It's Brian McBroom.
Another McBroom.
Yes, another one.
Everything is changing too fast. Live for the moment, trying to make it last. Day by day, step after step, and that's all. Everybody's asking where I've been. What did you bring back? Tell us everything, right and wrong, night and day, that's all. Oh, that's all. Take your time, build from the ground up, that's all. Oh, that's all. From the ground up, from the ground up. From the ground up, that's all.
Did it. It's all done. 600 kilometers. So it's good. It's good. I feel good. Yeah, I feel good.
Wellspring is so eternally grateful for this amazing group of people who did the ride this year, and it was a challenging ride, and to Cancervive for 10 plus years of incredible support.
So we wrap up yet another year, wet, tired, and sore, but knowing that each and every one of us, the riders, the volunteers, the supporters and their families, made a difference, helping Wellspring Calgary and the new one opening in Edmonton. Nothing left except to urge you, get on the bike and make the commitment to support Cancervive in 2017. I'll be there. Will you?
Wide open spaces seem hard to find. Late nights and city lights got a hold on my mind. 'Cause when I get the feeling to go downtown, when I get that feeling, I gotta burn it down. When I get that feeling, I can't stick around.